Hi guys, so this is the next page to the Gravity Falls book. I understand it's been a while, but you guys seem to really want me to continue doing it, so I'm going to continue doing it for you guys. So the next page we're going to do is called The Hiding Spot. As you've already noticed, I have tried to do my best and take what you guys say into consideration. So what I've done is I have tried to set the camera up so you can actually see me draw it, because that's what a lot of people have said. It's, you know, it's a good tutorial. Love the fact you know, I'm doing it for you, but you want to be able to see me doing what I'm doing better. So hopefully this is better for you. We'll soon find out. So the hiding spot, this is this page. Obviously the last page we actually did was this page here. So I'm actually going to work this out now with the page. That'll do. Right, so the last page we did was this page. So the hide behind. So as you can see, I have rubbed out the lines, and this is the last page we did. So this is the next page we're going to do. Is this one. This one here, to the left of it, does have some bits on it, but we're going to do that second of all, because that one is pretty simple. It's literally just zeros and ones. This page is a lot more to do on it. So first of all, what you want to do is you want to make sure that you want to draw a tree pretty much starting from the top of your page all the way to the bottom of your page. That's not my tree, that's just my line. But halfway across, you want to do about this far across. You want to do a line just to make it easy for yourself, because that's your line, you know, where there's going to be dirt, there's going to be right in here, a little bit of stuff here, right in there, just so it gives you a heads up what space you need. So I have to admit, I am terrible. The one thing I cannot draw properly, I don't think, is trees. I'm just not good at the leaves. So, but we will give it a go, because my other one wasn't very good if you look at the video. So I'm going to draw. See this tree, you can see all the roots down below. So that is quite important in this video. Obviously, to do this on this page, sorry. First of all, I'm just going to draw the tree trunk. It doesn't really go, it doesn't really finish. So it kind of goes up to here. Like this. You're not really going to see these bits because we are going to try and make them into trees. Or the way Alex the creator draws trees, which I think I love it, but I'm just not very good at it. So first of all, actually, what I'm going to do is I just want to make this a bit more level personally, because I haven't made it that level. It kind of goes big at the top and little at the bottom. Like that. So, first of all, what I'm going to do is there is a small square opening in this tree. And if you do a couple of lines like that, it will make it look a little bit more 3D. But so you've got your, first of all, you've got a hole in the tree, because that's what obviously Dipper finds in series 2, episode 1. So I'm so reluctant to do this because I'm, oh, right. So I'm going to start off here. And obviously the trees and Gravity Falls are drawn obviously in a cartoon style, but in a Pacific style. I've started off with this one because on the picture from, obviously I've printed a picture out of the original page. This one goes down obviously a little bit on this one like this. Obviously these don't have to be perfect, it is just a tree. So if it doesn't go 100% to plan, don't feel so bad, because as I said, it is just the, you know, this is just a tree, and they are really quite specific in the way they're drawn. So this one, obviously just make sure you put a little bit of shading in it. Obviously you're going to have to go back through and kind of take out your, where you've done your line. Right, underneath here it needs to be quite a big bit of shading actually. So we're going to do like that, and then I've just got another branch kind of to come out like that. And obviously just do similar on this side. It's quite awkward because I'm trying not to move the book so you guys can see it better. I'm going to change that. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually do that. I know where that is now, don't I? Right. And as I've always said to you guys, don't worry too much if it looks a bit rough and ready, because it's supposed to be, you know, the author's book. You know, it's supposed to be rough and ready of all the little bits and bobs that he has found. So sorry, it's where I'm drawing at a funny angle. Right, so I just don't really like this side. It doesn't look very good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw it freehand a bit more. I think that looks a bit better. Put more than things there. Right, so that's your basic tree, because this bit here doesn't actually touch the top of the page, to be quite honest. So that's where you pretty much leave it, because on normal drawing, on the original drawing in the book and in the series, it doesn't actually touch the page. So anything you want to do is do a few little lines going down, as you can see, through the actual part itself. Right, so the next thing I'm going to do is, now I know where this line is, and you can kind of see this line anyway, once you rub it out, you want to rub it away, because you want to do more of a little line like that, and you don't want it to touch either end as well. So now we've done that, the next thing to do is actually we're going to write the title of the page up here. So that is hiding spot, and it is written obviously in capital letters and looking like this. So I'm just making sure I kind of get it right. obviously I will go over in pen afterwards, but this is the best way to do it, what I find to do it anyway. So the next thing I'm going to do, I know I've still got to do the roots at the bottom, which is in this part here, but you've got a drawing that needs to go up here first. And if you look at my one again, this is obviously a pine cone, but we're going to, the way I did it last time anyway, to be honest, was I just drew a lot of little circles kind of all together. Just make your pine cone shape. I'm actually going to make mine a bit further up and a bit smaller than that, so it fits on the page. Whoops. So just draw your pine cone shape first. She's going to be... Actually, I'm going to do it there. Kind of looks like a small poo, not going to lie. And then just basically kind of try and fill it in, because then you've kind of got a little bit to go, guideline to go on. Obviously, don't worry if it goes out the line a little bit, because no pine cone is literally perfect. So you try and draw the shapes all slightly different. And then obviously the other thing you can do now is, first of all, if you can try and colour in as much of the gaps in between the circles, if you can spot them, just to fill it in, because inside obviously a pine cone is quite dark brown. So just to do this. Right. And now just pick a select few to kind of colour in. As I said, pine cones, like they're not perfect. So that's my pine cone. I know it's not brilliant. I hold my hands up to that, but that's the way I did mine last time, and that's the way I'm going to do it this time. So next, if I can find... My stuff's been away for a while, so it's finding all the damn stuff again. Ah, there it is. Get my pen, the same one I've used in pretty much all my videos. And just to the pine cone, you want to write, and this is in cap blocks, so you just want to write giant, like that. Pine cones. With an exclamation mark at the end, and just a little arrow just pointing at it. I might as well, while I'm doing this, just quickly go over this. I said I will, in my next video, show you what this one is like, this page is like, once I have rubbed it all out. But you do need to, I would say, leave the page for at least a day, because otherwise, I have done it before, where you rub it all out and that word ends up halfway down the page because it smudges. So, especially with the type of pen that personally I am using. So, what I'm going to do is just do a little extra stick there, flick there, a couple of extra flicks kind of there, and bring that one out a bit more. There is actually in the picture a tiny little twig coming out there. Obviously the one, sorry, I've got to move. Obviously that is, you've got to do the twig there, because that is the twig that Wendy actually climbs up the tree and hits. So, right, I'm going to have to move the book slightly. I'm going to try and move it so you can still see it. Right, I think that's good. Right, so we need to do some writing in this spot here. I have already worked out what it actually says in that. Oh, sorry, that was text. There we go. I've already worked out what it actually says in this bit, so I can actually just write it out for you guys in this video. So I'm going to write it out and then I will read it to you. You can probably read it anyway, so that will all be good. Right, so this bit actually says, this hideout will be filled with many important things. That's why it must be securely hidden away. This is why I have decided to use a tree. So that is that bit. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm actually going to do the writing for this bit here, because obviously I've got to do a drawing underneath and then some more writing underneath that. So that way I know I'm always going to have enough space. So we're going to do it here. So again, I will tell you what it says once I've written it. So this bit here that I've just written says, so yes, my hiding spot is in a tree, but wait until you get to the bottom. That's when it gets really interesting. So that's what that bit says. So now underneath, we've got to do a little drawing here. So I did bring my trusty ruler in because personally I like to use a ruler when I do it. So I'm going to move this so you can sort of see it, and we're going to do, I'm going to move it so it's comfortable and see if you can see it. Yeah, you can kind of still see it. That's good. Right, so what we're doing is we're actually drawing a box, basically the mechanism that they find in the episode so they can get into the tree. So personally, I'm going to start back down here because there's obviously quite a few little bits and bobs coming off of this. I want them to be high enough. So we're going to start about there, I think. So the first thing I would do is just a little line. And then I'm going to do, is that big enough? I might do 1.5. Yeah. Trying to make sure it's actually the same length. Oh, and I've lost my paperwork. It's all gone on the floor. So that is our main box. The next thing you want to do is the box in the one. This one is 3D. So you want to do a line like that. And at the moment, I'm going to say do a line like this. We are probably going to have to draw into this line to make part of the like knobby bits. So, line needs to be a bit more diagonal, like that. Right, so that's the box. So we need to draw 3 little bolts, and don't forget to do your lines kind of through the bolts, because obviously they are flatheads. The next thing to do is ruler again. You have to do kind of like a box inside a box. So one box. And this is more like a TV screen, this bit, so you're going to draw a little TV screen there. And now you've actually got 10 little squares to draw. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that is that part of it. And then over here, I don't know if I'm going to make mine a bit longer actually. Personally, I'm going to make this a little bit longer. There we go. Just to make it a little bit better. Right, because what we've got to do is you need to draw 2 dials. So draw a circle and then another circle down here. Right, and inside that circle, draw a smaller circle for both, like so. And then you want bits like that, so obviously it looks so they look like dials. And then you want this dial pointing upwards, and you want this dial pointing to the right hand side. And on that you want a little light button there, and a little light button there. So on this bit you need to do a line there, and I do that first because you've got to do a kind of like a big circle. This bit's, I wouldn't say it's complicated, but it is a pain in the bum, to be honest. So this bit you need to do a big dial. So this is like a temperature dial. So let's have a look. So I'm going to start mine here, like that. I'm going to make it more round actually. That one a bit skew with. There we go. So before I do anything inside, there's obviously, because I've got a bit to do inside, what I am going to do is you need to make it a bit 3D. So just draw a couple of lines next to it there. Then off this you need to have a pipe. So we're going to do it like that. And then we're going to do that. And then you need to do another line coming up and going into there. And then off of that you need to do a circle, like kind of so where it can be going into it, and just do a couple of lines on this to make it actually look like a pipe. So off this circle over here you want like a little knob like that. And now let me just double check something. Right, so inside this circle again you want another circle, but you want to make it really thin against the sides. So you don't want it massive. So you're going to do that. Then what I would do is I would draw a dot in the centre. Like this, and go all the way through like that, because that is your temperature gauge. And then you want to do a line and make this end thicker, almost like it's got an arrowhead going on it. And then obviously this side you kind of want almost like a Cupid's arrow, so you kind of want it going pointing on that side. So that is The main part. Woo! Right, so the next bit we've got to do is up here. So that bit is, it's kind of like pipe work and it doesn't really lead to anything. So here what you need to do, just kind of draw a shape like that one. And like that. Like that. And don't actually fill the ending because in the actual thing it doesn't fill in. So we are trying to obviously copy it to the T. So we've got, you do 2 little lines like that. Then you want that to come out there like that. That to come out there like that. As you're going along, just try and fill in the line at the back as well. So then what you've got is, should have, almost like, I find this like drawing, these like drawing bells, like old school bells when they used to ring, like the lunch bell and stuff like that. Showing my age. Right. So don't worry too much if it actually goes into the writing, because it does in the actual bit itself, so it's fine. Just the shading. Right, and then you just need to draw another one. What I am actually going to do, personally, what I'm going to do is just change this a little bit. And that is only because it bugs me personally if I don't get something perfect. So I'm going to make it that tiny bit bigger, because what I want to do is I want to make this a little bit almost like the old school TV, so it looks more rounder actually. And obviously I've still got the space to do my little squares. And this is what it was like doing my other book as well, to be quite honest with you. The amount of times I would change something, redo it, just because, you know, I wanted it to be super perfect for when I went to Comic-Con. So again, just draw this little bell shape, and it's, this one's actually got that on it. So go along with this, so like that, and then you actually here you need to do a rounded button with a flat triangle button. So voila, that is my little box, and that is the way personally I've drawn it, but you might draw it completely different. Right, what we've got next to do is actually do some writing there. Just pick my bit of paper up so I actually know what's written there. So you've just got this bit here. I'm going to write it and then I'll read it back to you again. So give me 2 seconds just to shift it for you. There we go. Sorry, I just need a bit more so I'm writing on the same level. So what this bit actually reads is, this machine will control how I enter my hideout. It will also hide my book in times of need. Hidden cameras will protect me. So the last bit that we actually need to do is the bit I was dreading even more than the tree, which is this bit down here. So this bit is, it's basically you need to draw like roots of a tree. So this bit comes down like this, and I'm going to do my best to draw it like the book, but the best thing to do is what you can see here is literally little, almost like flicks off of it, and then when it gets to a certain point, make it thick again so it goes back to the tree. So then from that bit, start again and maybe go on a double one. And then go back to the tree. So I'm going to actually make this work around the writing this time. So this one maybe make it go kind of elongated, which means long kind of, and then maybe join off, flick off and go to another really long one like that. I'm just going to do like a little odd one, like a small one like that. I'm going to do that. And then just fill the little and just do a few as you're going along. Now you've done it, just maybe make some little ones like this, and then I'm gonna just right. So the last thing we really need to do on this page is in this part here. I'm just gonna move that so you can see it. So all you need to really do for this bit is do like a couple of little dots on the page, and then all I did was do that and then kind of go, because it's just basically supposed to be a sample of the giant pine cone. And then what you need to do is right here, pretty much right what I said. So in capitals again, right, giant pine cone sample. And again, you don't need to do it on this one as in like the arrow. I know this one just doesn't have the arrow. So what I'm going to do is quickly go over in pen, as you can see here. Do this bit first actually as well. So you see that bit there. And try and, if you're not sure if it's dry or not, try and do what I've done, almost lean on a sheet of paper. Just try not to move that sheet of paper as it kind of defeats the object. So you can see on. Preferably, to be quite honest, I don't really like going over things in pen too much, because I personally just like basic pencil drawings. I think they look better. But for this, I do need to go over it in this. So I'm doing what I need to do. So don't forget to fill these little black bits in. that's my little pine cone. I said it's not meant to look perfect, it's meant to look like that. So just making sure everything else is still okay. Right, so we're going to go over this. Oh, there we go. So when it comes to the actual shading of this, I'm actually going to leave it in pencil, and that is my preference. I think it looks better in pencil, and I think it looks more like the realistic book, because why the author did draw in pen a lot, he actually drew in pencil a lot in the book as well. So personally, that is what I'm going to do because it's my preference. But if you want to colour all these shading bits, apart from obviously I've done that bit in black because that's meant to be, then you're welcome to. So I would say again though, like on these little bits I can pretty much draw straight, but in a line you're probably like me, you need a ruler. So if you're going over in pen and you're trying to make it look perfect like I am, then pretty much use a ruler, I'm basically saying. Oh, so close. I love it when I get close to finishing a page, just because it then, I know it's finished, I know it's like all pretty. Sorry, I'm also trying to make sure that the timer doesn't run out on my video, because sometimes it moans when it's too long a length. And these lines don't matter if you don't obviously do them 100% the way you've done them, because they're literally just free drawn anyway, to be honest. So there we go. So this page is actually done now. So this is the hiding spot page, which is in season 2, episode 1. So thank you very much for watching. Obviously, let me know what you think. If you actually like the new angles and stuff, because obviously I have tried to listen to you guys do this angle better so you can actually see me drawing it. Let me know what you think, but also take a look at all my other videos. I have actually done playlists now on my videos, so you can actually go and you can actually watch pretty much all the Gravity Falls stuff that I have done back to back if you want to. Obviously, there are all the other pages that I have done on the Gravity Falls. So hide behind, you've got the Northwest page, the Ghost page, the Trust No One page, the Floating Eyeballs and Giant Bat page. You've got June 18th. Obviously, and this page as well at the moment. I will be doing every single page because, as you guys said, really want me to do these, so that's why I'm doing them for you guys. Obviously, don't forget to hit the like button if you really like this video. Also, don't forget to subscribe as well, because as I said, I am going to be doing the whole entire book and I've got all these pages to go. I will leave some links below so you can actually link to some of the other videos as well. But also don't forget, if you really like this stuff, to subscribe not only to my YouTube channel, but I actually am on Instagram as well, and there'll be a link below as well for you. I'm actually on Twitter as well, and most of these pictures get hit up to Twitter just as well as they do Instagram, so the link will be below also. Check out all my other videos. I do actually do gaming stuff as well, because I am quite a gamer, so I will leave below my Xbox One username, so you can add me up on that if you want to. And I'll also leave below my Twitch account, because I do stream most other nights as well on Twitch. So don't forget to hit me up on all of those if you want to. If you've got any questions, you can hit me up on those as well. I'll always answer them for you. But thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.